What's up, guys? Welcome back to Millennial Hollywood. Have you ever been stalked and manipulated by a strange man under the screen name Monkey Man? Well, today's guests have, so make sure you tune in. We are talking Season 2 of Tagged.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Millennial Hollywood. Today we are talking Season 2 of Tagged.
Nice.
We just have a little spill over here, but it's totally fine. Today I'm joined by the cast of Tagged. We're so happy to have you guys. We have Lulu Anthorixa. Where can everyone find you on social media?
My handle is the same for everything, for Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. It's just Lulu Anthorixa.
All right, and we have Leah Marie Johnson.
Hello.
Where can everyone find you?
On every single social media outlet, but it's different every single time. Just look for Instagram, it's just Leah. For Twitter, it's Leah Marie Johnson.
Awesome. And we have JC Kaylin in the house. How's it going?
Hello, it's going great.
Where can we find you on social media?
Twitter and Instagram at JCK. Yeah.
Okay. I do want to say it's so crazy that you got your name like Leah, like on Instagram, like that.
That's cool.
That's impressive.
I want JC.
That's impressive. Because
Yeah.
like I know that Kristian's is like at Kristian. You know, like he's like a Viner YouTuber and stuff. So I'm like, it's really hard to get like just
That
like a
one name
yeah.
status. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
kind of
impressive.
like,
You're
yo,
there, boo.
I'm Leah. Like, you don't need to say my last or middle name. Like,
Leah.
it's just Leah.
Like Lord or Adele.
Yeah, or Rihanna.
There we go. Exactly.
Those 3 syllables. But
So
whatever.
I want to talk about the renewal of Season 2 of Tagged. How cool is that? Where were you guys when you found out?
It's an excellent question.
I was outside that door.
For season 2?
For Season
Oh,
2?
for season 2. I never mind. I thought we were talking about season 3.
Yes.
You go.
Season 2, I think we all found out together at a
Yeah.
screening.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so
So
too.
I think that's when it happened. Yeah,
That
so
is
it was
so
cool that
exciting.
we all got to share that with one another.
yeah.
That's amazing.
And
And Season 3 is actually happening, and you literally just found out like 2 seconds ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
So congrats, like that's awesome. Season 2 is not even out yet, and here we are, like Season 3.
yeah.
It's
Are you
really cool
excited?
to have
Oh,
so many
yeah.
people
Oh,
behind
yeah.
us. Super excited.
We love this show.
Yeah.
I mean, I like, I'm probably speaking for everyone, but I love filming this show. I love everyone that, like, I love working with these people. So, yeah.
It's
I'm
an
excited for
absolute-
season 3.
Absolute
awesome.
joy to work with everyone.
That's really cool.
Very
and you guys
excited.
said you film in New Mexico, right?
Yeah, Albuquerque.
Wow. So like you just like go out there for how many weeks at a time?
Usually around 6, including prep, and this time we'll be there a little bit longer,
No,
7.
I'm usually there for like 2.5, 3.
Leah,
Really?
Little, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
are there a little
like
bit
6
longer.
weeks,
Then
yeah.
people filter in and out, so it's always a different dynamic every week, which makes it really fun
Yeah.
and fresh. And so,
You never know
yeah,
who you're gonna be working with.
absolutely. JC, sometimes you're there like a full week or like a couple days?
Me in Albuquerque?
Question mark? Yeah.
Yeah, Albuquerque, yeah. About 2 weeks.
Yeah, like last season, our friend Nick was only there for like 2 days.
Yeah.
It was kind of unfortunate. Yeah, but like it was still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I want to like recap Season 1 a little bit, and then we'll get into Season 2. Season 2 doesn't come out till May 9th, if I'm correct, right?
That is correct.
And it goes live on Go 90.
Go 90, the first 3
Yes.
episodes.
That's exciting. And then like when the other episodes come out, is that like a couple weeks later?
It is weekly, annually. So every Tuesday, another episode will come out. So you get
Awesome.
3 in the beginning, so you get real excited, and then it just
And then
filters
you
one
gotta
by
wait.
one.
Oh man, really? That means I'm gonna. I've seen the first 3 episodes,
Same.
and I was so impressed.
I know.
And I'm
then
like,
we
wait,
have
now
to
I'm gonna have to wait. Like,
We have to wait as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
you know, they don't give you like a link where you can just like watch them all.
You gotta have time to just like
wish.
marinate and just like let it just wash over you really fast.
Yeah.
Just what happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
I need to talk about it with someone.
Exactly, that's so true. Okay, so well, in the beginning we have Haley, Rowan, and Alicia, and they're getting harassed by this man named, or this person under the screen named Monkey Man. And at this point, no one really knows who it is. It could be anyone. I thought it was you for a while, to be completely honest. But I mean, you never know like who it is, and then whenever we find out at the end, it's just like this shock, and it's like, of course it is, and it's sad. And shame on, I'm kidding. But
From
what-
season 1.
Yeah, like whenever you guys found out about that, like did you know in the beginning going into it who it was going to be, or?
No.
Through the auditioning process, we didn't know. I don't want to speak for you, but I definitely didn't know. And then we received the full script when we were given the parts. And as I read through the entire thing, at the end of the script, I was absolutely flabbergasted. It was really overwhelming and really sad. You're absolutely right to use that adjective. And it just created such a well-rounded story, I thought. And it was just extremely well done. So kudos to Hannah McPherson for writing such a wonderful script.
Hannah.
Yes,
Yeah.
go Hannah. I do want to say, whenever these types of shows happen, you know, there's always like that person who's like harassing everyone and like, you know, terrorizing them, and it's so scary. And then whenever, with this show at least, whenever you find out the reasoning behind it and how he was alone and felt, you know, like not appreciated and just kind of in the background, that made it 10 times more sad and like realistic, because like these things actually happen. Like people get ignored all the time. People feel like their self-worth is not a thing. And so seeing who it was and their reasoning behind it was just so, like, it just broke my heart. I was like, wow. But it was realistic, you know? It's not like, oh, it's this creepy man. Like, you know, Pretty Little Liars is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows. But, like, it's not like, oh, okay, like, this person has all this money and they're, like, doing these things with it. It's like, no, like, this is something real. Like, this person was affected by, you know, your characters. And so it's kind of crazy to think that if your character maybe would have, like, met up with them here or there.
Maybe you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so your character, I feel like, has a lot of weight on her shoulders and feels somewhat responsible, maybe?
certainly.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. The thing is, it could be anyone.
Mm-hmm.
This could happen to anyone, and anyone can justify it in any way that they want. Certainly, his actions are not justifiable, but in the end, you realize that there's actually deep hurt and sadness in this person, and so there is a bit of justification in those actions. But yeah, Rowan and a lot of other characters definitely feel very responsible for what has happened, and they try to justify it in many different ways.
Definitely. I do have some photos. I don't know if we have them yet, but I do want to pull up the one where Alicia is getting taken away by. Let's show the first. Let's show the first cast photo too. Like, this is such a great bad A photo. I just gotta say.
I love taking that photo.
Was this like whenever you were filming, or was this like before, like right as you guys got cast, where like your first day of filming, or when was this photo taken?
This is like in the
middle,
middle of
yeah.
Oh, really?
shooting. Yeah, we were filming. That's like the scene where like we're eating pizza, right?
Oh, I
on
ate
the
all
table.
the pizza.
Yeah, we're eating pizza on that table, and then they're like, "All right, we need to get photos," and then we just
Kind
You're
of
like,
did
all
it.
right,
that was
fine,
nice.
I'll
We
put
were
the
all
pizza
there.
down.
We were all at the school.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then the next photo that I wanted to show is you guys in action here. What's going on in this photo?
Ash is taking Alicia away, or saving her from burning to death.
Yeah.
And I'm behind.
What are you
them.
doing?
We're running.
I'm saving.
We
I'm
run.
like, hell yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, woo, let's do
I know
this.
you're a little bit behind. Like, where are you at?
I'm right behind her, just like,
You just can't see Lulu.
yeah,
I like
in
that
the
picture
rear,
too.
making sure everyone's safe.
All right, that's nice. It's kind of scary though, because usually the person in the rear is the one that gets taken first. So.
Well,
Yeah, Haley's just trying to get the.
Haley's getting out there. She's like, I'm out. I'm done.
I know. This part was really sad though, because not only did she almost burn to death, but it was almost like, I guess, Monkey Man's irony, because she, I guess, played with fire and was she responsible for her parents' death, or was it also kind of orchestrated by someone else to make it look like it was from her?
You're gonna have to wait and see.
Oh, there
on
is
that
like
one.
more
Yeah.
storyline behind that one.
You're gonna
Okay,
have
good.
to watch season
Yeah, I
2
feel
for a little
like
bit of that
Goodness.
exposition.
I want to give you like the answer, but like I don't
No.
want to spoil it.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I thought that like maybe that it was answered in season 1, because I was like, okay, I think that it was her. For a while we thought that, and then afterwards we were thinking, oh, maybe there's more behind it. But
There's always more behind
There's
it in
always,
this show.
yeah.
Always.
There's always like a ton of layers.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
why
why
you
it's so
gotta
much
keep
fun
more
to
seasons.
film. Yeah,
Yeah.
more seasons.
that's awesome. Well, yeah, and this part also, whenever she has like ugly and like the things carved into her, that was like a
Yeah.
real scary moment as well. Like, this guy's not
Absolutely.
messing around.
No, yeah, I think that's like the first moment in season 1 where you're like, wow, this is real. Like, this is legit. Like, he actually wants to hurt us.
Yeah.
And yeah. And filming that scene was also very scary because we actually were in an abandoned building, and we actually did get to like, they set like a real fire, and we like got
Oh
to
my
like run out of
gosh.
it. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a really cool experience. filming
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Yeah,
bet
they
you
had
could
like
feel
this
the heat.
long, like a long string, and then like they set it on fire and like had it go through the hallway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you guys did it yourselves, like running through. You didn't have to have a stunt double or anything.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I don't think we had stunt doubles for anything in season 1. I didn't personally. Season 2 is a little different.
Really.
A lot of stunts in
A lot of
season
stunts.
2.
Wait, did
but
you do?
Exciting.
Wait, did you have a stunt double for season 2?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh.
I
And this is the next photo I want to talk about. So Sean is dating Nikki. That's a whole thing in itself there. I mean, I picked up on this like very quickly whenever you know, she's like, push me on the swing, and then he's like looking over at your character. I was like, oh, what's going on?
Shady.
When it starts.
Shady. But
Sean
what was
is not a good guy.
No. Well, I mean, I think he has maybe some good intentions, maybe.
Some good intentions.
But I mean, it is kind of masked by like, you know, infidelity.
Yeah.
If you know what I
Fidelity.
mean. But what was it like playing your character, and what is the favorite part of your character?
My favorite part, he drives a Jeep.
There you go.
You
Yes.
drive a Jeep.
I drive a Jeep as well, but the one in the show is manual.
Mm.
Do you
it's
know
kinda
how to
fun.
drive manual?
No,
No.
but I learned 5 minutes before the shot.
Stop.
The
That's
shot.
so funny.
We were
And
in
that's
the
why we were
car,
messing
like
up a
we were
lot.
trying to like drive away, and we'd be like,
Yeah, I would learn how.
I was like,
Did you
please
stall
don't kill
out?
I
us.
stalled so many times.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Everyone was
my
laughing.
gosh.
Oh my god! But it was really fun.
Well, that's on them. They got you a manual car.
I don't know why they did, but I
That's
liked
funny.
It. I liked it.
That
a lot.
is so
much
funny.
fun.
That I love moments like that whenever things in production happen and you're like, oh, we're just gonna have to go with it.
like,
We're
didn't
gonna-
even know.
I'm gonna figure out how to drive this car.
Yeah, and you learn new like fun
New skills.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's so true. That's hilarious, though. So I do want to talk about the relationship that you have with Jake in the show. Whoa. That was like so wrong, but so like,
So
can I say it hot? Like, you know what I mean?
Do I
Like,
see?
Yeah.
Are your eyes watering?
It's just
Getting
a little bit. I'm
like
crying. I'm
emotional,
crying.
thinking
Emotional.
about this relationship.
no, but like, first of all, your character lies to him by saying that she's older. And once you guys get involved, it's like there's no turning back at a certain point. And like, what was it like playing a character where you were in an illegal relationship in a sense? I'm not in a sense, like it was illegal.
Definitely. it was
Let's not
illegal.
sugarcoat it.
Certainly. But I think Rowan is a very loyal person, and she's a one-person kind of person. She has one parent that she relies on. She had one best friend, and she has one love, and that's Jake. And so when she met him and she realized that, I think more than anything, it was just, I just need to be with this person. This person understands me. This person shares this kind of loneliness that I do, and this person loves me. So it didn't matter to her what the barriers were. And she becomes very myopic and short-sighted, and you see that throughout season 1, and you do see that throughout season 2 as well. When she wants something and when she's protecting something, she's going to be completely myopically focused on that. So more than anything, it was a short-sightedness in her youth rather than, oh, I want to sneak around and be shady. She
Right.
truly cares about him, and most of season 1 is her protecting not only Haley, but protecting Jake.
Yeah.
Everything she does is for Jake.
Right. And Jake is cousins with Alicia, right? Which adds a whole other aspect to it.
Whole other dynamic.
That was crazy. But yeah, so seeing your character and this relationship go back and forth, and then at the very end, and I don't know if this, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the people watching are rooting for that ship, I guess. Like, your guys' characters.
It's pretty split, actually, which is
Really?
interesting to me. Yeah, which is totally fine because people are going to resonate with different relationships. But there are people who are 110% for it, and then people who are like sending me GIFs from Mean Girls where he's like, step away from the underage girls.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, it's pretty split right now.
Wow.
But as the show goes on, people get older.
That's so true. And how old is your character in season 1?
In season 1, she's 16.
16. Okay, so we have a while. Maybe by like
we have a hot
season
second.
3.
yeah, season 3, maybe the beginning of season 4, we'll be able to make it legal. No, but I mean, I love the relationship. I do get that it's tricky and that it's, you know, different, and I get why you're attracted to each other, and I do think it is more pure than what most people would think, because it's very like emotional rather than hormonal. I mean, sure,
Yeah.
those things do come with the package, but like, I feel like it's not like a sick thing. It's more
No,
of like
there's a
innocent.
sweetness and a romance
Yeah.
and an affection that those two people have towards one another.
That's
Certainly.
awesome. Yeah, for sure. And then you are an addict over here,
Hey.
with her pills and everything,
Yeah.
which is supplied by Ash, who is Alicia's.
Boyfriend.
Beau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, you may not be able to say, but in season 2, do you finally get off the pills in a sense? Like,
Am I allowed to like talk about that? She's.
you can give us like a hint,
yeah.
but don't get yourself in trouble.
Well, I'll just.
It's certainly a theme throughout
theme.
season
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just gonna end. Like, the storyline does go on with that. Okay.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing where you like poison your mom was so sad. Like to see that you, because I mean, okay, I get coming from a family where at the end of the night you kind of have to like turn your phone in or whatever. Like that's like a real thing. Like to be honest, until I was like 17 or 18, at the end of the night I would plug my phone in downstairs and I would go up to bed. Like that was just how it was. And I came from more of like a, I guess, conservative family in a sense.
Yeah.
So I guess the reasoning behind you making her go to sleep was so you could leave or so you could grab your phone, right?
Yeah, well, I think, I think Haley, like, grew up in the same type of situation. Her mom was very controlling and very conservative, like, and in season 1, Haley talks to Rowan about it and is like, well, I just felt so trapped. Like, I felt like I couldn't connect with anyone. I felt lonely, and I feel like that's how a lot of teenagers feel, like when they don't have their cell phones. I know I sometimes feel that way when I don't have my cell phone. Like I'm detached almost from like the real world, but I'm not.
Yeah. It
just feels that way. And so I kind of understood like where Haley was coming from. I mean, I would never poison my mother, but like she wasn't poisoning her. Sleeping pills, like it's not that bad. It's not.
I mean, it's
like
bad,
honestly, when you think about it, like though, like she's kind of helping her mom out, you know. Like get some sleep, mom. Like you need it. Like just rest. You've been working hard.
Yeah.
You could turn it into like a positive thing.
I guess you could. I guess you could. But I love how I don't love this part, but I mean I think it was so like ironic how Monkey Man like filmed this whole thing to make it look like you were doing this to your mother and like it was displayed in front of the entire school. And I thought that was very like a Mean Girls type of thing to do.
Yeah, that scene was crazy. The theater scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that scene. But yeah, it's like a real thing that happens. Like I don't know. I can relate.
Yeah, definitely. And like in the end, whenever season 1 kind of gets left off, we see your characters finally kind of let their guard down in a sense. You guys have like a night together, but your character's still with Nikki. Yeah. So I'm excited to see in season 2 how that plays out and how that relationship either grows or doesn't grow or whatever happens, because that was like an intense thing where it left off and then we have to wait now and be like, what the heck?
Yeah. The relationships in this show are they're messy.
Yeah.
They're messy.
Definitely. Like okay, so personally as an actor, are you more for your characters getting together or are you more for stay with Nikki?
I think Haley and Sean share like a very like special bond. Mm-hmm. But I also feel so bad for Nikki throughout like both seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like who can do that to like their thinking about it like in realistic terms, like who could do that to their best friend? But like Haley has such strong feelings for like Sean. It's like it's hard to resist. You know, I think everyone's been in that position, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would think so. I mean, I've never cheated on anyone before, but I mean, I guess
That's
I get.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
That is good.
I am very loyal,
Good job.
guys. Yeah.
We're all for some reason like we're both silent.
Yeah. No, I get that it's like it's a messy situation for sure, and I think in the show we kind of see that whether it's right or wrong to cheat on someone, it's wrong. But like
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Being in a relationship where you can kind of tell that Sean and Nikki are not quite maybe meant for each other and they don't have as much chemistry as your characters do.
Yeah.
It makes you want to kind of root for the other side. And it's so funny because that only happens like in TV shows. If this was real life, I'd be like, no. But I'm like, yes. Yes. Go to her window. Let's do it. But,
it's a little, it's twisted, but it's still romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, well, I want to go ahead and get into season 2. I know you guys can't say too much because we still have a few days to wait before the 3 episodes come out. So what can fans look forward to in season 2?
A lot more thriller components. It definitely takes season 1 and spins it, and it's far scarier. I mean, it was scarier when I read it, certainly.
Yeah.
And there's a huge mystery right at the beginning of the show that it starts out with, so I'm really excited to see what y'all think about
And
that.
that mystery is a mystery indeed. I've seen the first 3 episodes, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, it was a great opening, like, seriously, and you guys have done an incredible job on the show. It's so captivating, and just after seeing season 1 and finally, like, I mean, the cool thing about working here is I'm able to sometimes get screeners and stuff to watch things previously. And thank you so much because I was like so excited. She's like, here's the first 3 episodes. I literally dropped everything. binged the 3 episodes. It was so good. But I do love that, and I love the fact that it's like a show that is kind of like on demand, and like it seems easily accessible to people all across the world, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And is it like all over, like every country is able to see it, or
We have a few
Okay.
countries right
I
now.
think it's like slowly becoming available.
Okay,
It's
cool.
seeping
Oh, there's someone
globally.
coming
Awesome.
in.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Meet you.
Oh, look who it is! What's up, man?
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but I
how's it
heard
going?
these people-
Hey, come here. Come back
Dude, come
Yeah.
on the camera.
Timothy Granaderos,
That is so
ladies
nice.
and gentlemen.
Look at this guy.
He was here doing
Hi.
stuff for 13 Reasons Why,
Yeah.
the show that he's
So
in.
sorry to interrupt, but I had to
No,
say
that's so great.
How's it-
Hi,
how's it-
Dakota.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How's it going in here? These
Good.
guys are
Very
Pretty
well.
good. We're
Even
talking
better
about
now.
You guys
Yes.
rapping?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're doing. It's live.
Oh,
It's
wow.
live right now.
Live, yeah, man.
Yeah, if you want to, you can like kind of squat over here for a while. if you
okay,
want.
I'll
Yeah.
just
Yeah, we
Proper
can-
As
squat.
long as you can like get in the camera view here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see, I
I don't
think-
know.
He's right in the middle one,
He's
There
got-
we go.
he's
so
got
that'll
that
We can
do.
use this
I
one
was
for a
gonna
while.
flip over my headphones so you could
Good
hear.
That is so funny because we were gonna try to get you in for the show, and then whenever we were talking about, it, I'm like, I think he's already gonna be in the studio
Yeah.
for another
Like
after
right now.
show.
Yeah,
Right now.
Yeah, literally
How
right
do
after
you-
this.
Oh, right after this. Okay, you're getting ready to go in.
Yeah, for 13 Reasons Why.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
What was your experience
yeah.
like on that?
Oh, geez. It was, it was extremely fun, and I think after seeing the finished product, and the response to it, it's just like, it just makes all the work. You feel like, the product. So I'm just ready to walk into all this product.
Oh, no, you just walk into like realness right now.
I'm like camera ready,
Yeah.
but I'm not. Yeah. So yeah, no, it was awesome. It was a great experience. Bigger than that, the response it's gotten from people has been so much
Yeah.
more rewarding than the actual making of it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're talking about season 2 right now, and obviously you can't say much because it's not out yet. But I've seen the first 3 episodes, and seeing what happens, in your character and Alicia, and how that's all going to work out is
Yeah.
very exciting / nerve-wracking /
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Obviously, there's some new characters are introduced, so some new relationships might form. But
Yeah.
I think all the old bonds from season 1 are gonna come through.
That's amazing.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of crazy because like after season 1 ends, we see that Monkey Man is Eric, that was like we talked about this earlier. That was a very tragic situation.
Yeah.
But as you guys think it's over, it's actually not, and these people titled #thezoo is kind of coming after you or wants some kind of revenge, or I guess at this point we're not really sure what they want yet. And so, what can / can't you tell us about the zoo? Don't get yourselves in trouble though.
We're gonna, if we say anything, we'll get in trouble. I feel like.
These people wear masks, so that's all we
Yeah.
really know, and they kind of resemble
Yeah.
different animals.
Yeah.
I think maybe we can say that there's a lot more to there are a lot more animals in the zoo this year, or this season, because last year it was just Monkey Man.
We find out
They
he
kinda
wasn't
open
working
up.
alone, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
definitely deal with the motif of anonymity. So it's really scary, and you don't know who's who and who's on your side and who's not.
I agree.
And there you go.
Definitely, I think that's a great way to put it. And we actually have this picture here,
Oh,
which
yeah.
honestly, I'm just gonna predict that the person behind that mask is, I think, new character named Zoe. That's what I'm gonna predict.
Oh, yeah?
Just from seeing her photo, because I saw that she was announced like being a part of the part of the cast.
Emma.
That kind of looks
Um,
like Emma.
Yeah,
I know,
Is
like,
that- I
but-
think that. I think it's
With the
like
hair.
the fluff on the side.
Maybe, but that's my prediction. But I don't want to get you in trouble if you have to like.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out. Hey,
Okay.
I just want to poke my head in. Good to see you guys.
Yes, nice to
Taxi
meet
season
you.
2.
Yes.
It's gonna be amazing. May 9th.
That's so funny.
Have fun in your other interview.
Okay, so
I'm
so
trapped.
what
I'm
I
stuck in the cold.
Yeah. What I want to see in season 2, which at this point we don't know yet, is whether or not the zoo is controlled or was being controlled by Eric, or if it is like totally separate from that and it's just like someone else who's kind of coming in, like a group. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But I do want to say that I've heard that season 2 is going to be a little bit more sexy, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Is there a little bit more of mature things going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some like makeout scenes
Little
for
makeout
sure.
scenes. All right, cool. I'm always down for one of those.
JC's just like, yeah.
Yeah, it gets a little steamy.
All right, that's always good. Okay, so here's
That was
the
a
photo.
great word. to
What?
use.
Steamy.
It's a little steamy.
Little steamy. So this is like, I'm guessing like a new
Such a
person
great
being introduced.
shot.
And I love
was
how
so
like
pretty.
tagged as a stranger. I love that. So I guess we can assume she's a stranger. She's coming in. We're not familiar with her with season 1. I do want to say she did a great job in Pretty Little Liars this past week. She was in that.
For real?
Yeah, she
Good for
played,
her. That's
she
awesome.
played like a I guess her name was Catherine Daly. She was like a person who was the senator's daughter or something, and Hannah like clothed her for like a red carpet or something, and then A, of course, screws everything up. So, but she did a great job, and I'm really, really excited that she's a new addition to the cast because I've recently been introduced to her. She's a great actress, and so
She is.
like just from like seeing this photo and like the episodes that I've seen, she just seems like she has such a presence about her and so unique, and I think it's going to be an exciting addition.
Oh, yeah.
She's a great, she's like a great addition to season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
That's exciting.
Her character is incredibly intriguing and adds a completely different dynamic. So it's great to have her.
That's awesome. And I know you said in season 2 you have to use maybe a stunt double for certain things. Is it
Maybe.
but like when you haven't had to use one, has there ever been any injuries on the set? Like by you guys, like while you're
Actually, yes.
That was all you
oh
though.
my gosh.
This was just Noah and I were filming at like the abandoned like train place.
So the
Oh,
grotto,
okay.
where the
Okay.
grotto
yeah,
is, where the
the
skaters
grotto,
hang
and
out.
like there was like this giant metal rod.
Rusty rod.
Like a rusty rod, and Noah started throwing it through like the already broken like windows, you know, like, and we were shattering them because it was like really fun because it was abandoned, you know.
Oh no.
And then I wanted to try it, and so I threw it, and then it scratched my arm, and then we were all worried that I was gonna get like tetanus, but I didn't.
There we go. I'll rock on.
I'd like to make
I
it
was,
clear
like,
that I was not on
bleeding.
set that day.
You're like, I have no water.
I have a bad cough. Sorry.
Do you have
'Cause,
water though still, right?
yeah.
Okay, good.
getting sick.
I just that I want to know how that happened whenever you like jumped down or fell down into that pit with like the dead body.
Yeah.
Like how is that like? Was that like did you have to really fall down into it or was it kind of camera cuts or how did that
It
work?
was. No, I think I actually had to like trip in
okay,
into it, but there was like a something to
A pad.
Like a pad or something.
pad,
Okay.
yeah.
Whenever
So it
that
didn't
happened,
hurt.
it was alone. I think it was like 12:30, 1 a.m. when I was watching this, and whenever you like fell down into it, and then you're just like staring at this girl, I was like, oh my gosh.
That scene is crazy. Yeah, that was really fun to film. I was like in the dirt next to a dead body. It was fun.
Yeah, sounds like a great Tuesday night. Like,
Yeah.
Just at work.
Just at work.
Just a casual day at work.
That is so funny. Let's see. Okay, so what do you think that season 2 brings that season 1 may have not?
I think what season 2 brings that season 1 did not is that season 1 was really an introduction into this family, particularly the 3 girls, and in this season you get to see them act like a family.
That's
I
exciting.
see.
So there's different dynamics. They're justifying the death of Dunbar in different ways, and so you're going to see new relationships form because of similar justification tactics, and then you're going to see some people spread apart a little bit because they're not that similar in the way that they're justifying what has happened in their mind. But you get to see these 3 girls really unify and work together, which is a really, really cool thing to see because they are so different and they're so strong in their own right. So it's really, really fun to see that. And it was super fun to film those scenes.
Yeah.
Also,
Those are some of like the best scenes.
I think season 2 brings a lot more emotion.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
Even
gonna be
more.
a lot of emotional scenes. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty gnarly.
That's really cool because at the same time you're trying to deal with the death of this person who is tormenting you, but at the same time you've got other people to worry about now.
Yeah.
It's like you haven't had time to really heal, and then all of a sudden these things are happening as well. So that does seem like it would provoke a lot more emotion for sure. But I'm so excited you guys can find it at Go90, right? And
Go90.
May 9th, right?
May 9th.
Okay, and season 3 is happening, and you're gonna be filming that within the next few months or so. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
You'll have to come in for
Super
season
exciting.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but I do want to get into a portion here where we talk about some of your upcoming projects and stuff. So who wants to go first?
Oh gosh.
Lily, do you want to go first?
Yeah. Lily.
Sure.
Lead the
Sure.
pack, please.
So I just finished a pilot called Impulse, which is based on the Jumper series. So it's sci-fi and it's really exciting.
I
And it's
love Jumper.
one of the first times I
love
got to play an
Jumper.
antagonist too, which is
Oh,
really
nice.
exciting.
Okay.
yeah, so that'll be really interesting to see where that goes and if that goes anywhere and where people can watch that. And
Yeah.
it's still in the editing process right now.
Let me know.
I will definitely let you know. It was really fun to film. We were filming in Ontario in January. I'm like, I live in California. I don't have clothes that actually keep me warm.
Right?
I have to go to REI and like buy a snow jacket. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So there's that. And then I filmed a movie last year that is being edited and re-edited right now called What Still Remains. It's an indie movie. It is an action thriller, and I'm very, very excited about that project.
That is exciting. That is so cool. You guys have got so much stuff going on. It's crazy how you guys manage it all. It's so, I mean, I think it's hard to have like 6 different talk shows here a week, but let alone like all the stuff you guys do. It's crazy. But I do want to talk about your music because I love DNA so much.
Thank you.
And the video was so intense.
Yeah, it's intense.
Like, how is that, and like what is the inspiration, and how was it shooting that?
It was so much fun to film. I had like all my friends
Yeah.
on set. JC was there.
Yeah.
It was really nice. I like wrote out the concept and everything, and I was like working with the director to like make it come to life, and it really did. And I love the way it turned out, and it was very like real, and it was fun. It was therapeutic almost. Yeah.
Yeah. And what other music do you have coming up?
I have another single coming out in the next month, and I'm actually working on the music video right now. Like,
cool.
I've already written out the concept, and the music video is going to be insane. I think everyone's going to really like the song as well. It's different from DNA. It's like darker and a little, a little bit racier for sure.
Racier, okay.
Yeah,
all
well,
right.
you'll see. You'll
Well,
see.
The thing that I do love about the music videos that I've seen of yours is they're very involved. Like, it's not just you standing there singing, and like there's things going on. Like DNA was very raw. Like the video was so raw and so emotional, which was really cool. The other video I saw, I don't remember the name of the song, but it was so cool.
Cold Heart Killer.
Was it the one that had like there was like
Vintage?
squares going, like swinging around, and
Oh,
like,
that
light
was
up-
Moment Like You.
Yes.
Yeah, I did that like so long
I
ago.
know,
Let's
but
not talk about that.
But I still I love that. I love that one.
Back here.
But,
I like the music video.
But the
for
other
that.
one you were talking about was the Cold-Hearted Killer, right?
Cold Heart Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we filmed that on a Super 8 camera, so we only
That's
had.
really cool.
Yeah, it was so dope. But we only had like a certain amount of film because film for that is so expensive. So I filmed it with my friend Sarah Baba, who's an incredible like photographer, director, artist in general, and she, so she had it all planned out. Like we came up with the concept together, and then she had like, okay, we need to film this for 3 seconds, so it'll like match up with like the rest of. Because I didn't want to make a music video, because I wanted to put money into my next single's music video.
Yeah.
But even though I love Cold Heart Killer, but I wanted it to be like a mixture of like a lyric video and a music video, like just a very dope lyric video. Because I feel like people don't really pay attention to lyric videos anymore.
Yeah.
They make them so cheesy, and I don't mind like watching lyric videos, but they're just always, I don't know. I wanted to make it cool, so I hope it turned out cool.
Definitely.
Hope y'all like it.
Yes, for sure. That's so exciting. And what kind of stuff do you have going on?
I just recently got done with a web series
cool.
called Haters with my friend Kian.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's
I can't wait to see that.
It's basically like it's about these 2 haters. Well, it's about these 4 friends, and they were best friends in high school or middle school actually, and they end up separating apart. And we play ourselves, Keen and JC. And we want to grow up to be the biggest thing on YouTube, and we have a mansion and a butler and all this. And then the 2 other friends, the haters, they kind of just work at this video game place. And so it's kind of 2 separate like worlds, and we play both characters. So I play the hater and myself, obviously. And these haters
love
are
that.
like kind of out to ruin their lives because obviously they're jealous and they're hating on them. But really, they're like the biggest fans because they have to keep up with like them, and watch their videos. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. And we play almost every character in the show. So it was like a lot of hard work, and it was very intense. But we saw most of the episodes. It's still coming out right now, but it's fun to see it like all come to life, and
Where is it gonna be?
all the hard work just what?
Where is it on just on YouTube?
This is on the full screen app.
Okay. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I don't think there's anything out there right now like that. That
Yeah,
sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. So
That is very
That's
cool
a really
concept.
cool concept.
Yeah.
and then at the very end, I don't want to ruin it, but they finally meet each other because they don't know who's terrorizing them, or they don't know these haters. That's
Wow.
my So we finally meet at the end, and Yeah.
That is so cool. The fact that you're playing most of the characters, that in itself makes me want to watch for sure. That sounds super
That's
entertaining
really
and so
cool.
exciting.
And Kian plays a lot of the girls, and we had a kiss in one of the episodes. So that's
my
good.
gosh, that's a
great.
teaser right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
That
man.
is so funny. That is amazing. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been
Thank
so much
you.
fun. I
fun.
can't wait to watch the other. How many episodes are in season 2?
12? Question mark?
12,
12 episodes
11?
for season 2?
12, yeah.
12. Okay. So, all right. So I can't wait to see the rest. And congratulations on season 3. Have so much fun filming that.
Yes.
And that's going to be incredible. So, you guys, where can everyone find you again on social media, starting with JC?
At JC Kalen.
At Leah. And sometimes Liam Marie Johnson.
Sometimes, on certain days.
At Lulu Anterixa for everything.
All right, and you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. And next week, I will be interviewing a casting director about what it's like for actors after they've left and what the casting directors actually do. I know it's like this mystique.
Can I watch that?
Yes, like it's one of
For
those things
real.
where you're thinking, okay, like what are they thinking? Like after I leave the audition room, what's going on? So I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna sit down with him. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm gonna crack
Yeah.
the code and figure out what's going on behind.
No,
the
that's going to
audition
be a
door.
great interview.
Thank you. Well, you guys, thanks again for watching. Make sure to catch season 2 of Tagged on May 9th on Go90. Thank you guys for joining us.
We
and
did
have a
it.
great day. Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.